confirm this with you because Fran didn't write me back.
Yes, yes. I believe it got switched to 9 a.m. So 9 a.m. the series is happening because I didn't want to move it to Friday. I think that would have been, it's a Thursday thing, you know.
Yeah, no, that works. That's fine. Just an hour ahead.
Okay. All right. All right. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. That means I gotta wake my ass up at like 7:30, get dressed, go get some coffee. Maybe I'll go to Starbucks in my costume. I'm gonna go to Starbucks in my costume. I'm gonna walk in. You know what? That's what I'm doing.
You
That's
should
what I'm
film
doing.
film content with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Or go
film
live.
content over
Or go
there.
live.
I appreciate. All right, Cassie. Awesome. Well, listen. I hope you get a win in Fortnite tonight.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That really means a lot.
Okay. Awesome. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye, guys. All right,
Bye.
bye.
Okay, guys. Listen. This story time is actually kind of gross, but it's also kind of crazy. It's all the way back. All the way back when I was in the first grade. I was in the first grade. Okay, and my best friend at the time. He had like really strict parents. Okay, so he would always come to me, tell me these stories. He went to school. George, I went to school. I passed. Listen, I graduated elementary school, middle school, high school. Okay, we chilling. So he would always tell me like what's going on, and he told me that his mother made him drink a laxative the night before. His mother made him drink a laxative the night before. And when you drink a laxative, apparently you can't have like any type of meat, or you can't have any type of I'm pretty sure you can't have meat at all. You have to be very careful with what you consume. Okay? His mother never told him that. So back in elementary school, we had bathrooms in the classroom. Okay, we had if you had to use the bathroom, you had to raise your hand, like, can I use the bathroom? And then you had to go into it's usually in the back of the classroom. So during lunch, me as a kid, I used to always trade my lunch, right? I used to always trade my lunch. I was always like, I would bring Lunchables, and if someone had pizza, like, I would try to, do a trade-off. I'm like, yo, you want to trade? I'll give you my Lunchables for your pizza, yada, yada, yada. So his name was Kelvin. I'll never forget. His name was Kelvin. So I told Kelvin, at the time I had, what did I have? I think, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I had the Dino Nuggets, okay? And Kelvin had pizza. I didn't want my Dino Nuggets. I wanted the pizza. But obviously Kelvin went to school with pizza for a reason, because he couldn't have no meat, okay? So what I ended up doing is I ended up trading lunch with Kelvin. I gave him my Dino Nuggets. He gave me his pizza, okay? Little did I know, he wasn't supposed to have no fucking meat, okay? He wasn't supposed to have no meat. He didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm like 5 years old. I'm eating my pizza, just regular fucking pizza. That's it. So we go back to the room. After our lunch, and and I remember, I'll never forget, we were learning math, and we're like in the middle of a math problem, and I see Kelvin. He's like shaking, like I see him getting very anxious, and he raises his hand, and he asks our teacher, which it was Miss Zimmerman at the time, and he's like, Miss Zimmerman, can I please use the bathroom? And she's like, you gotta go in the back. So he goes in the back, and he's knocking on the door, and someone was in the bathroom. So he had to wait. Now poor Kelvin, okay? He was like this. He was like this. He really had to fucking use the bathroom. He was doing the wiggles, okay? He was doing the twirls, he was doing the squats, okay? Like, anybody should have known that this man really had to use the fucking bathroom, okay? Really had to fucking use the bathroom, alright? Miss Zimmerman said, Kelvin, sit back down. And I'll never forget. He was like, "No, please, I really need to use the bathroom. Can I please go?" And if you had permission, you were able to go use like the hall room bathrooms, like in the hallways. And she declined him. She declined him. So Kelvin is literally in the back of the classroom waiting for this damn fucking door to open. Whoever was in the bathroom. Guys, when I tell you, I've never seen a man sprint so fast in my life outside of the damn fucking classroom. You would have you literally would have thought like this man just committed a crime. I see this man Kelvin run from the back of the room all the way to the front of the classroom. Guys, we're all like, what the fuck? We look down at the floor. He pooped his pants. Kelvin pooped his pants in the back of the fucking classroom waiting for the fucking bathroom door to open up. And on the floor, there's a fucking full fucking trail. A full fucking trail. And I'm like, holy shit. It's because I fucking traded him my fucking dino nuggets. It's because I traded him my dino nuggets and he took a laxative he wasn't supposed to have fucking meat. So I'm looking at this fucking trace and everyone, you guys know how elementary schoolers are. They're like we all fucking, oh my God. Everyone was like, oh my God. The teacher, the teacher's face was like, her eyes were about to pop out of her head. And I'm just like, I'm honestly like, I'm in disbelief. And it smelled so bad. And this man just goes running down the hallways. And you could hear him crying, this poor kid, you hear him crying. And everybody just started calling him Poopy Pants. Everyone just started calling him Poopy Pants. Guys, he was my best friend in elementary school. He was one of my best friends. Like in the first grade. I promise you, after that day, I never saw him. I never saw him again. Never saw him again. I'm pretty sure he had switched schools. Kelvin is actually Fran. No, I met Fran in the 5th grade. Never saw him again. Okay? God, that's not how I do my friends. Listen, call me L friend, but it was literally in the 1st grade. How was I supposed to know? Apparently he had went to the nurse's office